Hey everyone, welcome to the E3 discussion. This was a big year for E3. There were some exciting games revealed. I am your host, Ryan Frog, and I'm joined by
Hello.
Olivia, Cat.
And Nash, Pretzel.
my favorite animal. So
Yes.
I think it'd be an understatement to say this was the biggest E3 of all time. I
Yeah,
think
there was a lot, honestly.
For fucking sure.
Nintendo really knocked it out of the park this year. Like, just game after game, nothing, not a single bad game. All of them looked interesting and fun, and I am so excited to like discuss them with you. You all ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, so
Because the thing about this E3 is I feel like they tried to appease everyone.
so
Absolutely. I feel like there's no stone left unturned, honestly. They went far with this.
They appeased me at the very least.
they did for sure. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
Ready to start the E3 discussion?
Oh, you know I am. All right, so I think we should talk about the most shocking game revealed. They revealed Golden Sun plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And here's the thing about this game. In this game, it comes with like a special accessory that you attach to your Nintendo Switch console. It's like a little energy absorber, and you go outside, and the game is actually powered by solar power. And it's like Nintendo's done it again.
Yeah, they really have. Like they took the concept of using the sun to play the game for the game Golden Sun. And you have rabbits. Ryan, I know how much you enjoy rabbits.
Of course.
Are you going to try out this new Golden Sun game because it has rabbits?
Yeah, no, like I'm not a huge Golden Sun fan. I know him from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but I've never played a Golden Sun before. But when they put the rabbits into it, I think I finally realized the appeal. So now I get it, and there's the fun gimmick. If I can go outside, like I'm going on a little walk, and I can just pull out my Nintendo Switch, and I can get gameplay.
Yeah. The whole solar power accessory really adds like a whole new level of depth to not only how the game works, but just gameplay in general.
Yeah, I agree.
I've never invested in Golden Sun myself either, but I can tell that this is going to be like a big change for the whole series.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big, obviously an improvement because I never liked Golden Sun before because like the title's so bad. Like every game has the sun in it, just like right up in the sky. I thought it was a pointless title, but now that like there's a whole solar power gimmick, now everything makes sense. It's like the series has finally reached its full potential.
Yeah, you're right. They never really took advantage of the fact the sun is a real thing in the real world. Like, they never really took advantage of that. Mario did that. When in Mario Galaxy, he went to the sun. And, Golden Sun didn't even go to the sun. So I think now that they're really, adding something new to, the gameplay with the sun. And it's, it's great.
Did they once bring a Game Boy into space so they could play Mario Galaxy?
Yeah, they had to. Yeah, no, the Game Boy had to be brought into space to play Mario Galaxy. Golden Sun just wasn't really going for that, and I'm glad they are now.
Yeah, Nintendo just hit it out with these new innovations.
I agree. So,
Now, if I can say one thing that might be a bit concerning, I don't want to be like one of those people on Twitter that just always complaining about this game, but I think it's a little strange that they'd use the Golden Sun brand and not use any Golden Sun characters except for Rabbid Isaac. But
yeah,
I think they know that people are just mostly here for the rabbits anyway, so I think it's justified.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I get it. I get the concern some Golden Sun fans might have that the Golden Sun characters are there, and it's mostly just the rabbits and Isaac Rabbit. But I think you really gotta get with the mind getting in the mind of the devs. I can tell what they were going for here. This is Golden Sun on another level.
See, I think that Ubisoft realized how much of a success Mario plus Rabbids was, so they went to Nintendo again. They were like, "Hey, we should do Rabbids, but with another series. And because the Rabbids made the game so successful in the first place, we should make it nothing but Rabbids." So they picked Golden Sun and went from there. And I think that was a good choice, actually.
Yeah, it's a really good way to reignite interest in the brand. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any final thoughts on Golden Sun plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle?
I wish I had more to say, but I still haven't played a Golden Sun game, so I can't speak from experience or.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we weren't on the show floor to play the game.
Yeah, they didn't return our calls for some reason.
Yeah. All right, Nash, you were very excited for our next game, Nash.
Yes. Okay. So I was hoping for like another game in the series for like years now. Like it's been over 10 years since we last got a game, and we finally got it. Wario Land Amiibo Party exclusively for the new 3DS. Now, Amiibo are required, but the fact that we got a new Wario Land game is incredible.
It really is. It's like, what did you think? What did you think of the gameplay, Nash?
The gameplay looked interesting. Wario looked a bit different. Like he had a metal head and like a visor with one red dot, but that was Wario. That was Wario.
Little Waluigi-esque mustache too.
Yeah, yeah. But I could tell that's still Wario.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they just gotta like redesign these characters. It's like mix it up, like the classic era, then they go into the modern era of Sonic. This is like the modern era of Wario.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, they're trying to take it further and beyond. Now, I do wonder why they made it new 3DS exclusive only, like not even a Switch version. I think it's because like they were too far into development and the game is so powerful as is. A Switch port would be impossible. They had to use the new 3DS specs only.
I mean,
So it's kind of why
you finish.
kind of why they just decided to finish and put it out. Also to keep the 3DS alive just a little bit longer.
Like it's also like you gotta consider the install base. Like who owns a Switch? Like it just came out like basically yesterday. I don't think anyone has a Switch yet. But like everyone and their fucking grandmother has a 3DS. So everyone like they know what a big hit all across the world Wario Land is and Amiibos.
Mm-hmm.
So they know that they just want everyone to be playing Wario Land Amiibo Party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the interesting thing. An interview with the developer Hideo Kojima came out later, and he said the reason it's not on Switch partly is because the game was so focused in on that 3DS concept. The game needed to be on the new 3DS. Like, when he was designing the game, he couldn't envision it on the Switch at all. They did some testing, and the Switch broke. They had to be on the new 3DS.
I actually didn't know Kojima was part of the development process. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
No wonder why it's made as it is.
It is a very bold choice for the game that you don't use any buttons to control, and you just use the amiibo.
Yeah. Kind of like Amiibo Festival Animal Crossing for Wii U, but like good.
Yeah, a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's like you can really see that Hideo Kojima, the master himself, is really just it's more of his immersive gameplay and his out of the box thinking. It really like immerses you. Like Wario is in the palm of your hand, and you control him that way.
Mm-hmm. It was good to see Captain Syrup again, at least too.
Yeah, it was a little. It was a little weird though. She had a new design too.
Yeah.
She had like, what was that? She was like an ape, and she like wore like a crop top and like they called her Candy Kong for some reason. That was a little weird.
Yeah, but you could clearly tell it was still Captain Syrup.
It was her.
I'm glad that they could still at least use that character. Like she hasn't been around since Shake It.
Of course.
I'm totally thinking of picking up the pre-order edition with those like exclusive amiibos. I think it's like really impressive how they're including life-size amiibos for the first time with the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, they're like statues. Like they made those giant yarn Yoshis. They're like, what if we could go even bigger? Boom, life-size Wario, metal head, red visor, and everything.
That'd be so cool. And he could have this funny blue robot sidekick with him.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And he like the one that sings. Yeah.
Yeah. But any final thoughts on the new Wario Amiibo game?
It looked cool to me. I'm surprised that they made Amiibo work with it. Yeah, we didn't get to see that much footage, but from what I've seen, it does look really good. They went away from what Shake It did with like more of the streamlined stuff and went back to a bit more like explore. Or they kind of like combined 3 and 4 by the looks of it, but the game's not out yet, so we'll have to see what.
And you know what they say about Wario? It's all about exploration, speed, and platforming.
Yeah, all the time. That's always what I say. All right, any other final thoughts on? Any other final thoughts on Wario?
I think that's all from me at this moment.
All I've got to say is that I'm really looking forward to this return to form.
I agree. So, Liv, there was a game you were very excited about at the show. Do you want to talk about it?
Okay, yes. Speaking of return to form, I really want to talk about the new Paper Mario they showed off. I'm glad they finally announced they're canceling Origami King. I think it was like really bold of them to just cancel this game like a month away from release, but it's clear that this is the creative vision they really wanted. They wanted to bring back the spirit of Paper Mario with the speed, the exploration, and all those classic Genesis graphics. I'm really excited for the new game. It's like Paper Mario Mania.
Yeah, that was the name.
What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I'm so glad. Like with Paper Mario Mania, they're finally returning to what we like about Paper Mario: the 16-bit graphics, the classic Mario designs, like all the classic versions of the characters. It's got speed, it's got platforming and momentum. It's all of it. Everything you love about Paper Mario is there. It's got some wonderful 16-bit music. It is just fantastic.
And it looks like they're doing away with all the unnecessary plot stuff that everyone hates. Like, remember the fucking game where Mario kissed a princess?
Oh, what? Mario kissing a princess? What the hell? Mario would never.
God, awful.
Yeah, well, past that rocky history.
Yeah, Nintendo and intelligent systems finally got a good grasp on what we wanted. I'm glad.
Now, I don't have much Paper Mario experience myself. I've only, years ago, I played the first one. I maybe got to, Chapter 5 or something, and I did beat Thousand Year Door. But from my experience from both of those, I can definitely tell that this is, a return to form, and this is what people really wanted all along.
Yeah, no, totally. I gotta say,
As someone who's never played the other Paper Mario games, I can tell that this will be the only good game.
Yeah, I agree. This is gonna be the only good Paper Mario game ever, I think.
Yeah, I'm glad we can finally just openly shit on every other Paper Mario game.
Yeah,
It'll be really funny.
I hate. I hate it. I hate all the modern Paper Marios and the classic Paper Marios. Paper Mario Mania is going to be the only good one going forward. I think there's so much promise in here. Yeah, I'm really glad they stopped with the stupid Deadly Koopa 7 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Trying to push Ludwig as a character. God.
They kept bringing Ludwig back. It was just annoying. He didn't fit at all.
Yeah,
if you're gonna bring one back, where's the rest of them?
Yeah, I agree.
But also, one note, they have one personality. You have the brute, you have the crazy one, the girl. It's just make them more or nothing.
The tank and the empath.
Exactly. Any other thoughts on Paper Mario Mania? I know a lot of people are really hyped, but you know.
Yeah, I'm just glad that they're finally paying attention to the fans, as shown by the fact that they called up. They specifically shouted out to Arlo.
Oh yeah, there was a big shout out to Arlo. Bill Trinidad turned to the screen and he said, "We'd like to thank Arlo stuff on YouTube.com for helping us with this idea. Thank you, Arlo." Incredible stuff. All right, any final thoughts on that?
I think we can move on to the next one.
All right, so I think we kind of avoided it, but everyone knows when you talk big Nintendo announcements at E3, you can't not talk about Smash Bros. And oh my God, they brought it. The McDonald's leak said this was going to happen. The McDonald's leak that came out a few weeks ago said this was going to happen. I didn't believe it. I didn't think this was ever going to happen. The McDonald's leak.
I didn't want to get my hopes up. I was being skeptical about it. But yeah, the evidence, it's really all here.
Yeah, and it happened. Gex the Gecko is coming to Smash. Can you guys believe it?
I cannot believe it at all. I somehow have not played Gex myself. I know that's a crime in of itself, but I am excited from his conclusion nonetheless.
It looks like he's perfectly captured everything good about the games. They just put it right in the Smash Bros. They captured his playstyle perfectly. There's tail time as much as you want.
Oh, you could tail time so much. Now here's the thing. We were all kind of worried before, when the McDonald's leak came out. When they were talking about Gex, we were like, well, if Gex gets in, for copyright reasons, is he going to be able to make his funny jokes? And the first joke he made was, wow, this is just like The Office. And that's when I knew they got it. They brought, not only did they bring Gex back, they brought Gex to the modern era. And it's amazing.
Honestly, it's a miraculous miracle that they even were able to do it. Now, If the McDonald's leak is anything to go off on, then I hear that not only will Gex have his own stage, but if you tap up on the D-pad like very slightly, depending on like who you're up against, he'll make a witty remark involving one of those characters as if they were celebrities. Like that is really great attention to detail.
Yeah, it's such a like another classic Smash love letter to a beloved series in this DLC.
I agree, and I gotta say, so I think we've like not really talked about Gex's like gameplay as a character too much, but like he's got like a meter, like batteries on his remote control, and when like the batteries are charged up, 'cause he's like plugged in all the time. You know, Gex is always up in the news thing. He actually can press the button on his control to unleash his like Gex Mega Form, which is supposedly a character from an upcoming Gex game that we haven't seen yet, which is exciting.
It's like the Poltergeist Luigi has. They're just giving us a little preview.
It's really exciting.
Gigexamax.
What did you guys think of the Gex remix that played during the trailer?
Oh, they're so good. I think like a hardcore country remix of the Gex main theme was a really unfitting stylistic choice when you think about it, but God, they pull it off.
Oh my god, yeah.
I know not everyone's into country, but God, I cannot wait for them to like fully release that track and any other remixes. I'm just like looking forward to it.
Yeah, getting Toby Fox for it was perfect. So I guess like oh, go on.
I was just gonna mention Gex wasn't the only thing they announced for Smash. Of
Oh
course.
yeah. I was
about
about to go to that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, what we all thought about the other change to the roster, where they're actually removing Crom from the game.
Yeah,
I think it was a smart decision.
Yeah, so Mr. Sakurai, at the end of the the press they were doing, like the little show they were doing, show off Gex, he made us a shocking announcement. They're removing Crom from the game, and he said the reason was they didn't. He regrets putting him on the roster. He's like, I could have put Shadow the Hedgehog on. He's so much cooler, but he's already in Sistrovie, so I'll remove Crom to like kind of make up for it, which is kind of logic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts to like admit when you're wrong, and I really respect Sakurai. He's one of the best devs of our time.
Yeah, it's really interesting. If you go to the Smash site now, there's a challenger leaving like page for him, and it's really, they've never done that. There's always challenger approaching. This is our first challenger that is left.
So like on the same page, there's like a few extra slots, so it makes you wonder: is anyone else going to be leaving, or is it just going to be Crom?
Oh well, I don't want to spoil too much, but if we're going off the McDonald's leak, we might be losing some other. I don't want to spoil anything or anyone though, but like, ooh, keep your eye out. That being said, last little thing on Smash, they didn't reveal the ARMS character, which I thought it was a little weird. They didn't even talk about ARMS at all. They just went straight to Gex.
Mm-hmm. And maybe this is like a little hint that maybe this is a long shot. But what if Gex is going to be in ARMS?
Ooh, maybe.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
That's a high possibility chance.
Just think of all the like movie characters who have arms. Think of all the like material Gex has for that.
You know who has arms? The Godfather, Woody from Toy Story. All movie characters have arms mostly. The possibilities are endless.
I can't believe Gex is going to single-handedly revitalize the ARMS community.
I'm so glad. All right,
anyone can do it.
Any other final thoughts on Gex and Smash?
I just really want to play him already.
I'm so excited.
Gex just had like a fun moveset. I can't wait to try him out.
I agree. All right, so Nash, there was another game you were really excited for. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so they decided to actually make a sequel to Donkey Kong Country 2, and it goes by a name, Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy Kong Zest, which is actually a cooking game where Diddy and Dixie have to make these banana-based dishes, putting banana-based zest on and serving it to Kremlin so that they can get through all the way to King K. Rool, so they can exact revenge.
Yeah, what a bold choice. Now, DKC2 is the fan favorite, so it makes sense they do a direct follow-up to it. But making it a cooking game, I thought I wasn't going to be into it at first. I'm like, man, they ruined it. But then I saw the gameplay, and I saw them making the banana stuff, and I realized in that moment, like the switch of my brain went on. I got it. I understood.
Yeah, you actually have a lot of cooking options from what I saw. You can add a banana. You can add another banana.
Oh, so
you can also take away a banana.
You can take away the banana
in half. You can
That's the problem,
even
am I right?
peel the banana. And of course, as the name implies, Diddy Kong Zest is you can zest up these dishes with shredded banana on top of it too to add that extra flavor.
Unbelievable. Just another genius move.
I'm also really interested in like some of the new characters they showed off, and I'm interested by this new villain character called Chef K. Rool. I wonder who that's going to end up being.
Yeah, I wonder who that's. They kind of like kept them in silhouette, but like really mysterious. I just like out of the park again. Just another great game.
Yeah, and like all good cooking games, like all the great cooking games Nintendo's been putting out lately, it is also a Bitcoin miner.
Oh yeah,
Also,
yeah.
also interestingly enough, they gave the Diddy and Dixie voices again. They even made Diddy say, "It's zesting time" during the trailer too.
Oh yeah, it was. I can't believe Nintendo was bold enough to give Donkey Kong voice acting again. I'm really excited to hear it. Diddy Kong got a lot of funny phrases.
Mm-hmm. I hope that they bring back musical numbers as well, like every like 2 stages.
Oh, honestly, please.
That'd be
That'd
amazing.
be like that
Because like not only is the cooking mechanics all fun and like the bananas look so good anyway, adding musical numbers on top of that as a reward for the fun gameplay, like that, how could you put the game down? How could you put the game down?
You just can't. Liv, do you have any final thoughts on? Do you have any thoughts on Donkey Kong Banana Diddy Kong cooking game?
Diddy Kong Zest.
Yeah, thank you. It's a very weird name.
It'll grow on us. I think you all said basically what I want. I'm not as big a Donkey Kong fan as like Diddy Kong himself, Nash, but I'm still super excited. It seems like a really worthy successor.
I agree. All right, any final thoughts, Nash?
I imagine the music will be as great as the old Donkey Kong Country games, the new ones. They're bringing back Grant Kirkhope, David Wise. Of course, it's gonna be phenomenal.
The whole gang's here.
Everyone's here.
Truly. All right. Any other final thoughts on it?
I think that should. Oh wait, right. They did something interesting with the Joy-Con, like HD rumble.
Oh yeah.
Like when you're specifically when you're cutting the banana, you can like it feels like you're cutting bananas. It's dope.
It's amazing. Like we didn't get to feel it. Obviously, we're on the show floor, but like
amazing banana cutting technology.
They really emphasized it. This kind of feels like what HD like Rumble was for this banana cutting. All right, any final thoughts?
I think
that's it.
We can move on to the next game.
All right, Liv, there was another game you were very excited for.
Okay, well, obviously I'm known as the Pokemon fan around these parts, and then I'm like I'm a bit like, well, I'm excited, I guess I'd have to say, about the Pokemon announcements they showed. They showed a lot. It shows that even though Pokemon Sword and Shield just came out and like just seems like they're adding stuff to it, they're already doing another one of those yearly releases we love so much from them. Or they're the 2 new versions. The names are a bit, I can't remember off the top of my head. Do either of you remember?
There was Pokemon Super Awesome Big Meat and Pokemon Suck Shit version, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think. What version do you think you're getting? Like, I know it's too early to tell, but which version sounds more appealing to
I
you?
thought. Okay, so this is the one weird part of the concert. The concert, yeah. I felt a little weird because I felt like Pokemon Big Huge Meat version objectively had like way cooler Pokemon. Like, there's a dragon with an epic guitar. There's a frog who skateboards and like can talk and say wacky catchphrases, and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the Sonic crossover.
Really excited,
but
Pokemon Suck Shit version has like it's literally just, they added another Eevee. It's just Eevee again. It's literally called Eevee 2. They added like they added like a cop persona dog Pokemon, like just like something they got for Affinity, I think. And there's a Pokemon that is literally just like a bucket of pee, and I just don't get it.
I don't know why you're talking shit about Buck PP. Don't be one of those like Gen 1ers complaining about, oh, they're adding all these object Pokemon. Like, clearly, what is Muck but like a pile of poop? This is just completing a cycle. You have to be fair to this.
At least Buck PP is great.
Maybe if Buck PP gets an evolution, I'll like turn around. But like I can appreciate object Pokemon, but I feel like Buck PP is just missing something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And
guess
there,
I can.
and it was a little weird because like beyond that, Pokemon Big Meat version runs at 60 FPS and has like 16 different cities. Pokemon Suck Shit version docks like peaks at 30 FPS and only has 5 locations to go to. It's very weird. I'm a little confused.
It's like version exclusive content. They want you to buy both versions so you can get a full experience. It's like a scummy, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, I want to be excited. I'm very excited for Pokemon Big Huge Meat version. But
I just find it weird that
Yeah.
they would still go through with this whole yearly release thing when Sword and Shield is still getting DLC. Like you have your devs working on the DLC, but then you also have your devs working on this new game. And like, how long ago was Big Town Hero? Because they were also working on that like not too long ago. I
Well-
feel like they just constantly put too much on their plate.
Well, here's the weird thing I noticed. I kind of like took another look at Suck Shit's version's trailer. Apparently, it looks like all of Little Town Hero is also going to be in that game, which is like,
Oh,
I don't get
I mean,
it.
Maybe that's
actually,
why
wait.
Bruce failed for that game.
Didn't they import like the Little Town Hero map as one of the cities?
Yeah, the whole thing's just in Pokemon Suck Shit version.
I mean,
That
people
sucks
love
shit.
crossovers.
Yes, so
Maybe it's like to be equivalent to all the other content they've added in Huge Meat version, with like the fact that they're finally letting us visit all the regions in one game.
yeah, there's like a post game thing. Apparently, you can just go to every region to meet every character, and Ash is also in it, and so is Team Rocket, and they do a cool epic dance at one point.
Oh yeah,
At least we have Galzar to look forward to. He's returning.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Incredible.
Really cool. Any other thoughts on the new It's weird. It's like we didn't get a good look at it. Like Pokemon games are always like this. The reveal. They don't show much. You get a little taste of the like what you're gonna get. Get a little appetizer, like some breadsticks. You know.
They fucking basically pulled another like Sun and Moon reveal where they actually showed some footage this time, only like 10 seconds of footage, but like they showed like 10 seconds of footage and then the logos. It's like, okay, cool, thanks.
I'm sure they're just saving a lot for when the game comes out in like a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It actually comes out
course.
next. It actually comes out next week, which is pretty interesting.
God, I can't wait.
really? They usually wait for November for these kinds of releases.
No, apparently they said the world needs Pokemon Suck Shit more than ever. So
I think they might be like. I think I heard a rumor that they're also releasing Gen 10 in this November.
oh yeah, I heard about that too. It's really the year of Pokemon, huh?
Mhm.
Wow.
I
We
will.
haven't even got to the new Mystery Dungeon game yet.
Oh, that's. Should we get into that?
I mean, I guess we should while we're talking about Pokemon.
All right, so
as well.
Nintendo and Game Freak, I mean, sorry, they announced a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, and there's a twist this time. Usually in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the humans become the Pokemon, but this time it's a reverse situation. The Pokemon become the humans instead, which is. I had mixed thoughts of Pokemon Be Huge Meat and Pokemon Suck Shit, but like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon where you become human. It's genius. That's the next logical step.
Mhm.
If I had one complaint, I think it's weird that it was titled Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Humans when it could have just been called Human Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
But
true. Well, I guess you had to fit the Pokemon brand somewhere in there so that people
Yeah,
know
I
that yes,
suppose.
this is Pokemon.
Yeah, what do y'all think of like the gameplay they showed off with like the employment system, the workforce?
so yeah, it's pretty interesting. So like you like start as a Pokemon. You know, you get to become what Pokemon you have, and then you take the quiz again to see what kind of human you become. And then, like, from there, the gimmick is you are a Pokemon trying to become a human. You can't speak, you have no potty training abilities, but you immediately have taxes to pay. So you gotta get to work, you gotta make sure you don't shit yourself, which is, like, amazing gameplay idea. You gotta learn how to, you gotta communicate with your, like, Pokemon speak, and you gotta get an office 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
Like I'm honestly surprised that they had so many like different employment options. Like you could be a Poplio and then you could work as a janitor. I think that's the route I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
Make because it's like as a water Pokemon and janitors usually like mop the floors. it allows you like with your familiarity with water, it allows you like certain special abilities depending on what field of work you're with or what have you, like different types. Like if you're a grass type in the previous life, then you would be better at gardening. If you were like a normal type, you would be better at that desk job that was mentioned earlier. Like there's just a lot that they put together here for this.
It's clear that they've put a lot of thought into this whole system they made, and I'm really impressed by it so far.
Yeah, I'm really excited. They teased a route where you can become like a clown, and like I am so hyped to like become a clown in Pokemon.
I mean, you already have that experience, don't you?
I you guys got me. You guys got me. All right. Any other final thoughts on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Human?
Not particularly.
All right, Nash. There was another game you seemed pretty excited for.
So, actually, before we get to that game, they decided to just like announce like a new piece of hardware just on the fly out of absolutely nowhere. It's
You're
not
right.
even a game. So
I almost
they made
forgot
a
already.
they made a Star Fox fax machine. It's
Yeah,
called a
Star
Star
Fax.
Fax machine. Now, I just wonder why you would need a fax machine in 2020.
Well, they showed some interesting. It's a Star Fox fax machine. That's what makes it cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Star Fox fan of like I 100% 64 on the 3DS, but like I don't even know how they even fit so many unnecessary gimmicks into this fax machine, like
I mean,
forced gyro controls.
It's so you can 100% this Star Fox material.
It's pretty interesting. On top of the gyro controls that you're talking about on the fax machine, this game also has new amiibo for it too.
Yeah.
You also have to tap the amiibo to the fax machine, like to get some special features in the game.
Yeah, like if you have the Falco amiibo and use that, then Falco himself faxes you and he just sends you a bunch of homophobic insults.
Yeah, it's a little weird that they did that, but like, I guess it makes sense.
You know, it's fitting for
Like-
the characters.
Sometimes he flirts with you. Like he might send like, I personally prefer your ass. It's like, okay, Falco, calm down. I get it. I have your amiibo, but you don't need to come on that strongly.
I think the thing is like they're realizing the Star Fox target audience has been like maturing over the years, and like they've looked online, they know what people want. They want a more mature Star Fox experience. And what do like us in our adult world need? We need something that can like work for us in our work life. And a fax machine is perfect for that.
I gotta
So I think
say,
this is a really smart marketing choice.
it's also really interesting. They added smell-o-vision to this. Like the fax machine will like produce smells as you're like faxing, which is really unique.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever had a fax machine that did that.
Any other final thoughts on Star Fax Machine?
I think like another feature I thought was a bit concerning is when like machines seem to gain sentience towards the end of the presentation and start like attacking people in the crowd.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but like, was the display? It might have just been like a show thing, you know.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I mean, it was a little weird. Like a bunch of people, like security guards, had to like pull it back, and like they were struggling a bit. And I think one like stopped moving after a bit, but like I don't know. I'm sure it was just a bit.
Yeah, it's just one of those like it's like the puppet thing from a few years ago.
It was just a little quirky thing.
Yeah, just a bit. You know what's not a bit though?
Yeah.
Like when they were showing off the amiibo compatibility, like they scanned the wolf amiibo, and then for some like I don't know how this got through the sensors, but like what came out was like a piece of paper that just like printed like it like audibly in Wolf's voice, suck my cock, Fox. Like how'd they even do that?
Nintendo's just revolutionizing constantly.
I mean, they did. To be fair, before the commercial played, they did tell all the kids in the audience to close their ears and cover their eyes.
They did do that, yeah. Miyamoto came on stage and said, if you're under the age of 18, please cover your eyes and plug your ears and go la 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 for the next 2 minutes while we show our next thing off.
It shows they really care.
Yeah, that was another one. You're gay, but I'm gayer.
Alright, any other final thoughts on the Star Fax Machine?
To summarize, it's a fax machine with many gimmicks. I can't believe they're getting away with this. I expect a lawsuit sometime in the future. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. What about you,
The
Liv?
Joy-Con lawsuit all over again. Hey, I think I'm done with all my comments. Have been said.
There was another thing you seemed pretty excited for.
Oh yeah, I think Nash was excited about this too. It's a new Xenoblade sort of game they're making.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
they just released the Definitive Edition, as we all know, like about a while ago. But like, if you're like
Mhm.
me, you like were really excited about that, but you realize you don't want to spend like $60 on that. I'm glad they've like finally heard our complaints, and they're finally releasing the Xenoblade Undefinitive Edition for only $5.
Yeah.
Like, they
Really?
had to make some,
On Nintendo 64 at that.
yeah, they had to make some downgrades. It's only on N64 hardware, and like all the characters only have like 10 polygons each, but it's a really nice, like cheaper alternative, I think.
Yeah, it's a bold, it's a good move. You know, for some of us, we can't afford Xenoblade Definitive Edition, so I think making an undefinitive edition for us with an N64 is a really kind move.
Yeah, like I said, like no
it's-
one has a Switch, but like everyone by now has to have an N64. It's a classic.
It is the best-selling console of all time at 7 jillion units. So
Honestly, Monolith Soft is just incredible. Like they're like, okay, let's take our Xenoblade Chronicles Wii game and like put it on the Switch. But like, before that, they put it on the new 3DS, and like it worked. It was fluent. Like it worked. It played amazingly. And then they were like, let's go further back. Let's put this on the Nintendo 64, and they somehow made it work again.
unbelievable.
They're like genies.
As they were making
Yeah.
Definitive Edition, they made it at the same time.
They're so talented, and like they made some really creative workarounds. Like they couldn't obviously have like the rock orchestra music the series is known for, but I think they did a good replacement, just having it be a bunch of meaty covers of Real Big Fish songs.
Yeah, I agree. It was really cool. They got Real Big Fish to get some meaty versions for the battle music.
And while the voice acting isn't as like high quality in audio as it is on like the Wii or Switch or even 3DS, you can still feel all the emotions from the voice actors, especially Adam Howden. Like he's still phenomenal as Shulk, no matter how many times I hear those lines.
It was a little weird though. They replaced Dunban's voice actor. They got Tom Kenny to come in, and he's just doing his Jake Spider Monkey voice for some reason.
They also changed Dunban's name to Duncan. It's weird.
Yeah, they changed his name to Duncan. His name, he sounds like Jake Spider. What a weird choice, but like I respect the artistic decision.
Yeah,
I mean, I hope it doesn't like, hurt old Dunban's character. I hope he still remains the same Dunban through all of this.
I'm sure he will be the same Dunban we know and love.
I guess it makes sense that they want to have like some kind of new content for old fans to go back to if they want to visit this D-make per se.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any final thoughts on Xenoblade Chronicles Undefinitive Edition?
I'm glad they
Play
also
Xenoblade Chronicles.
I'm glad they finally had Melia say she's a lesbian. Also,
Yeah. Good,
That too.
Good. Really bold move. Happy Pride Month, Nintendo.
Happy Pride Month.
All right.
Good
so
for her. Good for her.
There's actually two things I want to talk about. One's a smaller thing we can just go over real fast. They showed the next Animal Crossing update. Like they got to like the section like we're about to show our our next Animal Crossing update, and it was a black screen with the white text "Digby never existed," and then that was it.
Who?
Yeah, who's Digby?
I don't even know. Maybe they're gonna add him, but like if he never existed, like I don't get what the point of that was.
Yeah, that was a little weird. They just on screen all of a sudden, no music, just black screen, white text. Digby never exists. I don't know who they're talking about.
Maybe it's something for like a new ARG, like an animal reality game.
But like, why would they do an AR like? But like he never existed. So what would they be doing an ARG for?
Yeah, it was a little weird, but like let's forget about that. We don't need to talk about that. More importantly, is after that they showcased the game Mario fans been waiting for years. They showcased a game that is Morton Cooper Jr.'s backstory game. They're finally giving Morton Cooper Jr. an origin story game.
We finally get to figure out why his name is Morton Jr. Like, why has the Jr. been there? And we've never questioned it.
I'm so excited to find out, like, the quest for Morton Senior. I think it was called the subtitle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you get to like
they've been like seeding this plot line for so many years. I'm glad they're finally tackling it.
Yeah, you're right. We're finally figuring out how he went to Leston to Morton and got this junior in his name. Just, it's like, it's gonna be a real emotional experience, they said. Like, you know The Last of Us 2? Nintendo specifically said, if you thought that game was dark and depressing and sad, you have not seen Morton Cooper Jr.'s backstory story yet.
Yeah, and they're taking on a new genre for this game, too. Like, Mario's done platformers, sports, racing, but this was gonna be a visual novel of all things.
Yeah.
Like, for at least 50 hours, like, at least long, they said. Like, that's gonna be a long game.
I think it was really bold that it's both a visual novel and open world, has a crafting system, and loot boxes. It's got everything.
It really does. Really does.
It's everything us Morton fans have been waiting for.
Yeah, they really knew. Like, Morton's always been kind of the fan favorite Mario character. Like, they keep bringing Gino back for some reason. I'm tired of him. I'm glad they're finally bringing Morton to the spotlight.
Gino's everywhere. He's overrated. I'm glad someone else is getting shot in the spotlight.
I so agree.
What do you think Morton's chances for Smash are after this?
Oh, live, 100%. Morton is getting in.
God, I'm
Better.
glad you all agree. People in
Morton
Smash Bros.
better, or I'm going to write an angry letter.
I think we should all write angry letters to Sakurai if Morton isn't the next DLC character.
I think you're right. Everyone should absolutely be getting their emails prepared to send to Mr. Sakurai right now. All right, any other final thoughts on Morton Koopa's game? They didn't show a lot. It was a very early tease. Like, it was almost just basically a logo, a sound clip, and a description of the game. But, like, I am hyped.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear they want to leave a lot of surprises for us.
This is their big 2021 game, apparently. This is their holiday title.
Yeah, they don't want to spoil anything for this. Like, they wrote a lot of dialogue for this game, like many different choices, so many crafting recipes you can make, and so many places to explore. Like, it's gonna be incredible.
I agree. All right, ready to move on? Nash, there was another game you seemed very excited for.
Well, I played the first. I played the first game in this whole series, but I actually never beat it. So, it's actually about Metroid Prime.
Uh-huh.
And Metroid Prime. So, they announced that they're actually just canceling Metroid Prime 4.
Uh-huh, yeah.
But it was because they are now announcing Metroid Prime 5. Now, see, they went on stream and they pretty much said why Metroid Prime 4 kept restarting development over and over again, why they couldn't make any progress. It's because they realized way late into development that 4 is not a prime number.
Uh-huh.
So they decided to move on to Metroid Prime 5, and 5 is a prime number.
Yeah.
So now they can actually start working on the game.
It just makes sense. Like, they didn't show any gameplay or anything or any concept art, but the reason they gave, just plug into it plugged it. I knew immediately. Like, that's it. It all makes sense now. They couldn't do 4. It's not a prime number.
Yeah. I would have been confused, but I'm glad they had the entire dev team up on stage explaining it all to us.
Mm-hmm. So we all could understand it.
I appreciate their logic, and I really am excited now that they've got this back on track.
Now, of course, they didn't get to show off any footage because now Metroid Prime 5 just started development, but it's at least good to hear that they finally got another confirmation that yes, Metroid is being worked on. They're making it. Look forward to it.
I so excited. All right, any final thoughts on Metroid Prime? There's not much to talk about. It was just like a logo.
Yeah.
But any final thoughts?
Logo, announcement, and explanation about why 4 was canceled.
Any final thoughts, Liv?
There's, like you said, there's not much to say about it yet. Just, we could speculate, but what good would that do? Especially with all these other games we have to talk about.
Oh, you know it. The thing is, there was another game you seem pretty hyped for.
Oh yeah, I love it when Nintendo. You know me, I love all the obscure Nintendo characters. You know, like DeMille and Sukapan. I'm glad they're finally bringing back it's a pretty well-known series from Smash Bros. But they're finally making a new Ice Climbers game, like we've all been clamoring for.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's also, they've heard the complaints, no one liked Fire Emblem Warriors. I think one person bought it, and it was the Fire Emblem guy's mom. But they're finally getting the whole Dynasty Warriors Nintendo thing back on track. They're making Ice Climbers Warrior after so much fan demand.
Yes! I didn't believe when the leaks came out. There was there was the Best Buy leak that came out, right? And it showed like a listing for like Ice Climbers Warriors. I'm like, no way. But then another separate leak came out, which was called the Subway leak, which also detailed it. I'm like, no, there's no. But then when the video came out, I knew it.
I remember people like were really against it because like the Craigslist leak was really like hard on. They're gonna make Bubsy Warriors next.
Oh yeah,
So like clearly that whole thing was a sham. We should have known from the start.
Yeah, but then like the Cartoon Network leak kind of said some other things. It was a mess.
Honestly, from an Ice Climbers game, I was kind of like expecting like a mountain climbing type game where you need to manage like your resources, like how to properly climb like certain cliffs and stuff. But also, I'll take this too. When they showed off like the Nana and Popo combo character, and then they also showed off the cool bear with sunglasses being playable, I was in.
I think they were like they're going for a subversion of expectations. I think it's like usually you think about Ice Climbers, you think about like ice, you think about them going up the mountain. So I think having the game take place in like the depths of hell, really bold decision. But I think this is like a great like way to set the tone for what they're going for here.
Yeah, I agree. And if we're going off some leaks, based on the Nokia phone leak, we might see a few guest characters in this. Like anyone might excited to see Eggplant Man from Mario. He might make an appearance. Who knows?
I don't give that leak much credence.
You don't?
I don't know. They're going to move Roy from Smash, not Crom.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, their moves were similar, so I can like understand, but like no, that was fake.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's bold that they made both the Ice Climbers have giant abs in this game. They really redesigned how like what Pit got in Brawl? It kind of gave the Ice Climbers that. They're both giant and have huge abs now, which I think makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because the Ice Climbers climb mountains.
And they have those huge hammers. They gotta be buffed to swing those around.
Of course.
And with those muscles, they can now just climb over all their enemies and adversaries as they beat them to death.
I'm really excited to like see how they adapt this in the next Smash game.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Maybe they're gonna make the Ice Climbers like some heavyweight characters now. Like they're gonna be like 2 Ganondorfs.
Oh, could you imagine?
Double doya.
All right. Any final thoughts on Ice Climbers Warriors?
I'm really excited for this game. It might be like even more so than like the Pokemon stuff. The thing I'm most excited for. I'm a bit like I'm gonna have to be patient because it's of course it's coming out in 2025, but I think it'll be worth the wait.
All right. Well, I had a game I was very excited for. So, in the past, people have said whenever Mario and Sonic crossover, it doesn't feel big. It doesn't feel significant. And it seemed like Nintendo and Sega finally listened to us. They finally listened to the fans, and they announced Mario and Sonic at the pharmacy. Can you believe it?
I can't. I'm just surprised that they're going away from the whole Olympics thing and doing something else.
It really feels like I can't believe they'd like do something so bold. It feels like people talk about companies never innovate; they just release the same games over and over again. But no, this shows they're really taking risks, putting these characters in a whole new setting we've never imagined.
I never pictured Mario and Sonic at the pharmacy ever, but they did it. Mario and Sonic went to the pharmacy. They're buying Sody Pop. They're buying some toys in the toy aisle. They're getting some gum. I'm just so excited.
Picking up their hormones, of course.
They're
transgender.
That's true. They are doing that. Yes.
Yeah, like from the top of my mind, like I remember that they showed off like certain things that certain characters can pick up from the pharmacy. Like I know Sonic picks up HRT, and I know Wario picks up antidepressants. Like there's a variety of different types of things you can pick up from the pharmacy.
It's tough to say this is like the most in-depth pharmacy simulator I've ever seen.
It's kind of amazing, honestly. Like the in-depth pharmacy experience in this game was out of this world. They showcased on the show floor. Like we got some like video from the show floor, and it's unbelievable. You feel like you're in the pharmacy.
Yeah, and they also like built a model of the pharmacy they like have in the game on the show floor, which I think was a really cool promotional thing.
I agree. Really excited. There's some really exciting characters in this too. Beak from Sonic is in this.
Finally. It's one of those classic characters from like the old days. They thought they would never come back, but all the Beak fans, I know there's a lot of them, even if they're quiet.
They also announced Scrambo from Mario is gonna be in this.
Yes, Beak.
Beak and Scrambo are gonna be in it. Those are two classic Mario and Sonic characters the fans love. Wait, Beak? You mean Bean? No, I meant Beak. I meant Beak. I meant Beak.
Yeah, Bean's still on like probation.
Yeah.
Same with Bark.
Yeah, no, we're talking about
I hear
Beak.
Bark is doing like a podcast stream of some kind at this moment. I wonder where he's at.
Where is he? Scrambo was my favorite as a kid, so I'm glad the fans have wanted Scrambo to come back. They keep bringing back fucking Dementio and Gino and Fluffle. Ugh. But Scrambo has been.
Fucking Fluffle died forever ago. Just keep him dead.
Gosh, the Mario lore is a mess right now. Any final thoughts on Mario and Sonic Go to the Pharmacy?
No, not exactly on Mario and Sonic, but that last comment about just like how Mario has like too many characters. Like it should just be Mario, Luigi, Bowser, and then like maybe Peach. Like Mario's friends are so stupid.
I agree. There's way too many Mario friends. All they need is Mario, Peach, and Bowser, and that's it. No other characters.
This is why people are looking forward to Paper Mario Mania, because it goes back to the classics.
I'm gonna say having Luigi and Yoshi feels like a little too much. Like they could have probably cut them, but yeah, no, that's fine.
They're just trying to appeal to those like Luigi fans. You know how those guys are.
Those fucking Luigi fans. All right, Nash. There was another game you seem decently excited for.
Yeah. So they're actually doing like a kind of sequel to Punch Out for Wii, where you okay, spoilers. You know how when you become the champion, you defend your title, and then you have that whole bout thing where you go through until you like lose 3 times or whatever, and then like the game ends with like Lil Mac's career, like he's done with boxing. They actually did like a sequel, like a what would happen afterwards kind of. So the sequel to Punch Out is Punch In, where as Lil Max, after your boxing career, Lil Mac finds work at the local Taco Bell, where you punch in at work on time, so you better not be late. Honestly, I'm surprised that they like made this like a whole concept, and they're making it work at that.
I disagree. I gotta take a stand. This was the one announcement I hated. They ruined Punch Out. Punch Out was never about clocking in. It wasn't about the paper visuals. It was about the partners, the badges, and the gameplay. It was never about punching into work.
Ryan, you're talking about Punch Out. This is Punch In. This is something like in the same universe, yes, but it's something completely different.
But we Punch Out fans have been waiting so long for a new one, and for them to just do this, I just whatever. It's fine.
I'm hoping you'll come around to it like I have.
I'll give it a shot, but like I don't know if I'm gonna like this one.
Yeah, like at Taco Bell and Lil Mac, you'll also like be serving like dishes to Glass Joe and Aaron Ryan and all that. But the more important thing is like it's the rush to get to work on time, to punch in on time. Like that's the whole like point of the title. So there is like a lot of like speed based elements in, and there is still like food serving in it, but it's like it's more than just like there's still elements of Punch Out in it, but it's not just Punch Out because it's no longer based in the ring.
I don't want to be cynical, but I'm kind of unconvinced too. It feels like it's just part of like the whole Taco Bell marketing ploy that Nintendo's doing. Like when the conference started, it had like Bill Turner walk on stage and then like that Taco Bell shirt, and he was eating like a quesarito. I was already like, yeah, Bill, we get it, but like at least it doesn't affect the game. So like now we have this whole game. It's all about Taco Bell.
Did we see the same trailer? Did you see the moment where Aaron Ryan like fucking threw the food back at Lil Mac and Lil Mac got over the counter and fucking decked him in the face, knocked him out? That was fucking hilarious.
If I want to do that, I could just go to my actual job.
What, in this fucking pandemic?
Yeah, fair.
I guess
so. They'll tide us over until then. It'll be like Animal Crossing. It's a good game to like tide us over while we're all indoors. Stay safe, everyone.
Stay safe,
Stay
everyone.
safe.
All right. Any other thoughts on Punch In?
It just as the whole Taco Bell aspect seemed a bit cheesy, and I don't mean like their quesadillas.
Oh, you know that. You know that.
You'll like it then.
All right, Liv. There's another game you seem somewhat excited about.
Oh yeah, another one of those classic Nintendo revivals. Bring back the old series you really want. It's like they're bringing back some of the second party series that we've all like been wanting to get revived in some form, and they're bringing them back for the Switch, really showing that they care about games of all kinds. They're finally bringing us the Lost Kingdoms revival and the Cubivore revival in the same game. They're
At the
making Princess Katia and Cubivore Lost Kingdom Battle.
Thank
What did you all think of this?
God, I can't. I've Cubivore, Lost Kingdom, put them together, masterpiece.
Now, I've actually never played either, but let's just say that Alana fans are going to be really happy.
They're going to be super happy. Any other thoughts on it? I don't have much to say on it. I feel like.
I mean, it is another one of those games where it didn't even get to properly show off the gameplay yet. Like, it's still in early development, but I am looking forward to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the concepts they like showed in a little like brief trailer were like you feed the cubivores, you feed the cubivores all your little cards, and they like grow into these little like fantasy creatures. And also the rabbits are there. I thought it was all a good recipe for a really great game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course the rabbits were there. Of course.
It looks like it's just gonna be one like big concoction of like everything amazing.
Really pulling all the punches, like they're pulling the punches from the shitty Punch Out remake they're doing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's not. Come
You wanna
on,
talk
everyone.
about that?
No, come on, everyone. Let's have some peace here. All right, everyone.
It should be a happy day for gamers.
Of course, it's a happy day for gamers. Any other final thoughts on this game?
Happy.
All right, so there's not much left for me to talk about. Any other games you liked, Nash, at the conference?
Well, like in terms of things that interest me, there's only like one more thing that really caught my eye, and it wasn't even a game. They're actually announcing the new mobile app.
Oh,
like, you know,
really?
they did Mario Run and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Mario Jump and Mario Kart and all that. But like now they're making a Kirby-based one where it's called Knuckle Cup of Joe, where you actually can order coffee from Knuckle Joe himself, and he'll personally deliver it to your front door. Now, one of the important like bullet like notes in like the bottom of the screen during the trailer is if you don't pay tip, he will kick in your shins. So like you best have like a good tip for him. He's working hard making sure that everyone gets their coffee.
Yeah, I'm really glad Nintendo really stepping up finally to like the food delivery service like industry, because there's not enough of those. There's not enough. There's only like 30. I think we could go with more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like with the whole virus going around, they wanted to like, what could we deliver? Coffee. People need that coffee, that boost in the morning. So why not get a boost from the juice from the old Knuckle Joe?
I agree.
I'm glad they're finally getting into this business. It's something they could really like diversify themselves for. Like more, we all know Nintendo's more than just their games, and the world needs more of these services. Like you said, I'm just wondering when Nintendo's gonna like take the next step and also give us the like streaming service we've been waiting for.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure it's gonna come soon.
I'm pretty sure at least one of the leaks mentioned it. I think it might have been like the Costco one. I don't remember.
Yeah. The Costco leak mentioned it. The Costco leak.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that one still holds water.
I agree. Any other final thoughts on Knuckle Joe's delivery service?
Well, I mean, it's not just coffee, but like they also have like Sir Kibble bits. They have Waddle Dee Deans, like, many like side dishes you can have with your coffee.
An absolutely adorable little menu.
They have apple juice from Bandana Waddle Dee, but only if you're Bandana Waddle Dee.
Yeah, you can't order unless you're him.
And of course, you better pay them tips too, because like Sir Cable can like cut your toes.
Yeah, of course. You gotta be careful.
I love when he does that.
Specifically your toes. That's how they make kibble.
It was really wild when they demonstrated it on Bill Trinan of him ordering it wrong and Bill Trinan got his toes cut off live on stage.
I hope they grow back.
Yeah, me too.
I think it was bold of them. Most companies wouldn't like want to show off their like brand new services and new games like that in case something goes wrong like that. But Nintendo like really just showing us everything. That's why I respect them so much.
I agree. All right, any final thoughts on it?
I think
no.
that's it.
All right, Liv, any other games you were excited about?
I don't remember if it was like a game or what it was, but it was like that dog thing they showed off, the like dog trailer. You know, the trailer of like the dog and the guy, and they were in the movie theater, and the guy says, he's like tells him to grab the popcorn.
Yeah, that was weird. Didn't really feel like it was related to anything. They just kind of played it. Maybe it's a tease, silly. I don't know. I don't know if it was a tease.
See, I don't remember this that well. Didn't the guy like sound like this?
Yeah, he sounded a little hippie-ish. Yeah, the dog sounded a little rare-ish.
Yeah. I was honestly getting a bit tired because I also like had to go to work before like watching all of that, but I did catch like a tiny bit of it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, any other games you want to talk about before we get to the final game?
I think we're all just saving the best for last, really.
Yeah, Dash, do you have any other games you want to talk about?
No, I discussed what I needed to discuss.
All right. Well, first of all, Breath of the Wild 2 is canceled, but more importantly, they announced a new Mario game. They announced Super Mario Universe.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
that wasn't the name.
Good bit, Ryan.
No,
like,
what are you guys? What are you guys talking about? It was Super Mario Universe.
No, it wasn't. It was Super Mario Amplify.
What? Amplified?
Yeah.
Gosh. Hi, what are you guys talking about?
Liv,
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
We can just talk about the real game. We don't need to do all these bits all the time. We can talk about Super Mario Mushrooms at War.
What the hell are you?
What are you on about?
No, they showed Super Mario Universe. It's an open world multiplayer game.
They showed Mario Amplify.
It has a crafting system in it.
They showed Mushrooms at War. They showed the fucking M-rated Mario game we've all wanted.
No,
and you're all, like, I don't know why you're avoiding it.
What the hell?
They didn't have that.
No, it was an open world multiplayer crafting system game.
How can you guys not know it?
Oh, it wasn't even that. It was Mario. He gets like these electricity powers, and he like Superstar Saga Luigi, like how he has zap powers. No, it's Mario now. He like controls the thunder.
Why would
they give him the electric?
Why
That's so stupid.
No, that's no.
How can you not remember the Mushrooms at War? They showed the cutscene of Toad getting cut in half. How can you forget that?
What the? Okay, no, you're lying. Now you're bullshitting. You're lying to me.
Where's this
you
coming
are
from?
all lying to me. It was Super Mario Universe. It was Super
No,
Mario
it wasn't.
Universe.
Ryan, there's no way.
They showed off like Mario's new mobility as he zip zaps across courses. What the fuck
Oh
is
my!
Mushroom
You are
War?
lying to me. You are lying. You are fake E3 fans. You lied. You are liars. Oh my god.
People are
Look who's
so fucking
talking.
messed up.
That's it. Why I gotta? You are all liars, and I hate you. You're all ruining E3 for me. E3 has been ruined. You destroyed E3. You destroyed. You ruining E3 forever. You destroyed E3. You lied to Mario. Ass inflation was in the game.